Hey guys, it's Thursday night, buttoning up last details on the motor. I realized that the E85 kit or the flex fuel kit that I purchased doesn't necessarily made up with all my lines. I'm running -8 lines from the fuel rails, and my E85 kit was plumbed for -6 lines. So I'm gonna show you real quick what I've got going on.
Here we go. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know, this right here forever.
All right guys, so this is my fuel feed on this side. It comes from the car, plumbs into bank number 1 fuel rail, comes underneath the plenum, comes around the front, down the second fuel rail that feeds bank 2, and then you would normally plumb from here straight into the fuel pressure regulator and then back to the car. So this fuel feed line, I'm gonna go ahead and plumb into this ethanol content sensor. This is a GM part number. I went ahead and got some quick connect and some 180-degree turns. So we're gonna grab this line, I'm gonna cut it, plumb it into here, fuel will come back in this direction, and then 180-degree into the fuel pressure regulator, and then eventually fuel return back into the car. All right, so now that the 2 lines are completed, let's see how they're gonna do. First one right in here, -8, 45-degree angle. I'm just gonna start that a little bit. I'm not gonna torque them down because I wanna make sure that everything looks good. This one looks a little on the long side, but that means I could either route it through the bottom or through the top, and it's gonna give me some wiggle room. Again, I'll tighten these up in a little bit. Right now, I just want to make sure that everything looks good. So far, so good. And I got a 90 that's going to go over here. And that's going to go to the fuel pressure regulator, right? But I don't want that sitting all the way back here. I actually would prefer it to go up here, and I can put like a little tie wrap or something just so that these sit nicely. Oh, this one's going to go to the fuel pressure regulator, and the fuel pressure regulator. All right. I actually like that a lot. It's a little different. All right, let's torque these down. Tommy, if you want to come over here, you can take a look. The rails are hiding in here, and we've got -6 and -8 line feeding all of the fuel components. We've got the injector dynamics in there, the alpha rails. Around the back here, we're running a GM ethanol content sensor. If we decide that we're going to run flex fuel at some point, we got the T1 system in there, plumbed in. Really a ton of stuff, but it's all together and it's all ready to go in the car now.
How many hours do you think it took for this final assembly here?
I think it's how many trips to the store to get new fittings, and that was 6 or 7 trips. There's probably 10 or 12 hours worth of fuel components on the motor. There's also the video that you're probably going to see next week, which is going to be the fuel system in the car. And that had a ton more work, right? So
we're going to be driving the car. So, I mean, there's no Bluetooth here, man.
no, definitely not. I wouldn't take a car that doesn't drive.
Awesome. Good.